Well, the council wants to close the Prince of Wales Theatre along with the Museum of Cannock Chase in a bid, it says, to safeguard funds for other services. But people there don't want to lose them. Our correspondent Mark Goff is in Cannock Forest now. Mark, what is the latest?
Yeah, well, in about an hour 20, it'll be curtain up for the Aldridge Comedy and Musical Society, because their Christmas show starts here, running for 3 nights. But the curtain could come down on the Prince of Wales Theatre as a whole, because, as you say, the council is considering closing it. The meeting's taking place now. Just before that, there was a massive protest outside. I reckoned about 60 or 70 people were outside, and they were theatre goers. They were people who are members of amateur dramatics organisations and musical societies who performed here, and they absolutely loved the place. As you said, the council's thinking of closing the theatre and also the museum because it needs to save money, because there's a £1.3 million budget shortfall. But the people who's outside the meeting now protesting, well, they just think that this is too valuable an asset for Cannock to lose.
If we lose this theatre, it will be heartbreaking for the whole community. If we lose the museum, it's going to be heartbreaking for the whole community. It's the local schools visit on a regular basis. It's integral and it's cultural, and it's important, and we've got to fight for it.
Well, Mark, clearly some strong emotions involved there. What has the council had to say about all of this? I know that the meeting is ongoing now, but is it essentially a done deal here?
Well, actually, no, I spoke to the council leader a short time ago. It's not quite a done deal because they're going out to consultation, and he said he would love to hear from anyone who's got alternative ideas of how they can save the theatre. I must tell you that the council got £20 million in the Levelling Up Fund to regenerate this part of Cannock, and it included the theatre. But because of inflation, building costs have rocketed, so they now say that they can't use some of that £20 million to redevelop the theatre.
That will go into the wider regeneration of Cannock Town Centre. However, the costs of actually refurbing the theatre have gone up significantly, and the maintenance costs are very high as well, and we have a duty to get best value for the money that the government has given us. We're actually got a shortfall in the projected budget for this year, well, for the next forthcoming year, for £1.3 million.
I must admit I've been struck by how many people in Cannock do love this theatre. We caught up with a few people before.
It's a shame to lose something so historical in a sense, because it's been used for such a long time and the inside of it is so beautiful.
Very, very upset about it. It'd be a great loss to Cannock. Very little for people to do. It's the only theatre in the area without travelling, and many people can't travel.
My daughter, she's 8, she's done musical theatre her whole life. She's seen shows there, she's performed in shows there. It's her hub, it's her only passion. And with that gone, we honestly don't know what's going to happen. And Cannock doesn't really have a nightlife anymore. There's nobody out and about, but people can go there, they can go to shows, they can have a meal, they can enjoy themselves. And I just think the town's going to die without it.
Well, it's more of a family theatre more than anything. We do this one and the one in Wolverhampton, but we find this one is handy to us because we live local.
Yeah, and you're going to go to Panto anyway this year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. A famous person who's been on the stage here, Ken Dodd. Another famous person, Andy Reiss, has joined us. Now, Andy, you directed the Les Mis, the big Les Mis,
yes,
West End, all around the country.
That's
incredible.
Right.
But you started here.
I did. I actually was in the show that opened this theatre just over 40 years ago.
And what does it mean to a town like Cannock to have a small theatre like this?
This theatre is the life and soul of the community at the moment. Cannock has not got a lot going for it, and it needs this theatre. It needs the heritage centre the other side. We have the local groups that come and use it, and they are selling out. The local groups are selling out. We, Beyond the Barricade, my show performed here at the weekend. We sold out. It's not like people aren't using it, and this is the frustration, this is the shock for the majority of people who knew that this theatre was going to be refurbed. We knew that it was going to happen last year, and now we've been told it's not going to happen at all.
Yeah, Andy, thanks ever so much. Well, the strength of feeling here is strong, and they obviously hope that they can save the theatre.
Well, clearly, as you say, very passionate there, Mark. Thank you very much.